Welcome back, folks. With me, Phil Terrell. You're watching part 7 of the Mega Man. Why do I keep saying fucking Mega Man? Metal Gear Solid Delta. So there we just got the camo we got from Ocelot, and it's the animal camo, and I just passed it. So the ammo wearing it removes any hard handshakes while, I think it said aiming. So it's kind of useful. So it reduces trembling in your hands. If I'm mistaken, I'll have future feel correct, but if you don't have the thermal goggles in this part, it's
I see
going to
you
be a
caught a king cobra. The
little
king
bit
cobra is the world's largest venomous snake.
difficult
Its
to
large size
navigate through
means it
here.
has a
I'm
lot
not
of venom to
impossible,
inject.
but it will
One
be
bite is
a
supposedly
little
enough
bit
to kill an
difficult.
elephant. And it's
And
extremely vicious
Paramedic,
as
thank you
well,
very much
so
for this
watch out.
PSA
If
about
you get
the
bitten by
King
a king
Cobra.
cobra and injected with venom, your life will start to
Like
decrease
every single
rapidly.
snake that bites us,
As soon as you're bitten,
except for
go
the
into the
milk snake. I
survival
think I
gear
think
and
the
use
milk snake
Cure
is
to
the
give
only
yourself a
snake in the
serum
game that
injection.
doesn't
The
poison you.
king
I think.
cobra's diet consists mostly of other snakes. Be careful, or you
No,
might end
this
up as
snake
its
is
next
going to eat
meal.
that snake.
Got it. So,
What? How does it taste?
yep,
Ugh. It seems you're the one who's.
you're making me blush.
The
All
guide
right,
says
time
they
to eat.
taste just fine.
Hmm.
Ugh.
All right, so this area is completely pitch black dark. Now, in the original one, as I've always said, probably for a while, actually, I had a shitty TV growing up. Well, I would literally just turn up the brightness, so I would kind of cheese my way through this. But in the day of modern technology and all that stuff, not really allowed to do that because the
Hey,
brightness
this
matches
works.
wherever the game tries to show. So if it's trying to be pitch black, no matter how high you turn up the brightness, actually I don't even know if modern TV. Actually, yeah, I think modern TVs can. I'm playing on a monitor, so I don't really have so much of an option. Or maybe I just gotta experiment with my monitor. But all those red and green things on the floor were actually frogs, and those frogs are, I think they're autumn frogs. Those frogs actually restore snakes' stamina quite a lot. So there are a lot of items here you can eat. Snakes, the rats. There's actually glowing mushrooms here, and I wish I had gotten the conversation from paramedic about the Russian glow caps because they make for very humorous dialogue. Here's a dead guy there. It won't be us though. So there is two screens of the caverns. This is or two areas. This is the first, and then the second ones are actually where we fight our boss at. Or actually, it's the exit of the second locate or second area that we fight the boss in. Again, not the boss, but the boss of the area. Which this area, if you're just trying to go in and out, then this area is not very difficult or very long. But if you're trying to find all the good items in this area, then it's a bit of a pain. There is a torch, which may not interest anybody, but it does make good for trying to navigate. So we actually got our eyes like kind of situated, so Snake can actually see a little bit better in the dark. And that's one neat thing about this game. I can't believe Hideo Kojima had the foresight to actually do that back in the day, but you can actually uh, stay in the darkness for a little bit longer than normal, and Snake will actually try to not actually try to. His eyes will adjust to the darkness, so that's kind of cool. So you have a way of actually seeing in the dark, but it just takes a while, and that kind of sucks. But you also got your cigar, which in the original game will actually light up a small area around Snake, but it's not as good in this game. The torch is way better. So if you have the torch, use that. You can use your thermal goggles to still help you, but I don't recommend using both at the same time because as you see there, the fire will cover up like the center top part of the screen, and that's not very good because it leaves out a little bit of blocks out some of the important space. So just use your normal vision and the torch, and you should be fine as far as getting an idea where you are. The autumn frogs that inhabit this cave again make a very good source of recovering your stamina. So I would recommend stocking up on autumn frogs. I think there's Russian glow caps here, which are pretty funny. There's a funny conversation between paramedic Snake and Sigget, but I don't think I get that conversation, unfortunately. There is a king cobra at the end of this tunnel, so just watch out. You don't want to get bit by it because you'll get poisoned. But the items that I was talking about, there is the torch, there is a camo, I want to say,
Ah,
a shotgun,
pretty tasty.
and I want to say a, I feel like there's like one more item. Oh, the night vision goggles, which why not just give us the night vision goggles a little bit earlier. And for some reason, I think you get, if you miss the night vision goggles here, I think you can get another pair much later, but I mean, I can't think of another location you would need to use night vision goggles in, because everything else is pretty well lit, I would say. It's not like there's another area that's super dark like this that comes to mind immediately. That jump cut I did right there, that's actually me looking around to see if I forgot anything. I think I looked around for everywhere to see if that's where the shotgun or the camo or the night vision goggles are, but they're actually not here. The second area is actually a lot more diverse, and it's also a lot more big. So be careful. There is a left and right path. We're going to go down both. The majority of the items, I
I
believe,
see you have a
are
calorie
on
mate.
the left side.
The
'Cause that's
thing you're
where
holding
the
now?
giant pool is.
Oh,
That's
the little block that
where
looks like a
the
cookie.
night vision
Try
goggles
it,
are, I
it's
think.
pretty good.
And the
Okay.
shotgun, I think, is on the
What
right.
is this thing?
And I
Never
think,
seen
I
anything
want to
like
say
it.
that
Calorie mate is an energy supplement
know
that contains all
the
the
camo
proteins,
is in a
lipids,
small
vitamins,
little
carbohydrates, and minerals needed for a
crawl-in
balanced
location. You have to
diet.
crawl underneath
It's a well-balanced
the
food.
wall to
Because of
get
that,
to that
it's just
location.
perfect for giving your body
So
the
it's
nutrition it needs
it's
in
all over.
combat.
This
It
place is all
sounds
over
like
the
a
place to get.
space-age
So there's like
food.
4 main items to get here.
Real astronaut food is not very good, but that should taste fine.
Yeah, and it'll help balance out all this jungle food I'm
That jungle
eating.
food's
It's
delicious,
easy
isn't
and
it,
quick
Snake?
to eat, so it's perfect when you're running late for an important mission in the
This
morning.
calorie mate thing is
I've
an
never
item
been
that
late
will
for a mission.
give
Really?
Snake a
Aren't you always
lot
keeping people
of
waiting?
stamina. So that's very good.
Furthermore, one of Calorie Mate's biggest advantages is that they are all exactly the same portion size.
That's boring.
So
I
no
want a
matter
big
how
portion,
you eat it,
paramedic.
you always get the same nutrients, flavor, and calories. Each Calorie Mate has a set number of calories, so it's easy to keep track of your calorie
I wonder if
intake.
calorie tracking was a
All of
thing
the
back
geisha
in the
girls in
day,
Japan use
like
Calorie
it
Mate
is
for watching their calories.
now.
I see. You seem to know a lot about Japan, don't you?
Yes, I love Japan.
Ditto.
I see you've caught yourself a Taiwanese cobra. The Taiwanese
That's always
cobra
been
is native to
a
Taiwan
dream of mine
and
to go
southern
travel to
China.
Japan.
It's quite
The
vicious
culture
and
and the
carries a
history are
potent
like some of the
neurotoxin in
things
its
that I'm
fangs. Be careful.
very, very
If it bites
infatuated
you,
about.
go into the survival viewer
I
immediately
play
and
a
use the cure option to inject yourself with serum.
oh, for one thing, I
Sounds
play Samurai
interesting.
Warriors and Dynasty
Don't
Wars,
ask
but
me.
Dynasty Wars is China.
Huh?
But Samurai Wars
The
I do
guide doesn't
love,
say.
and then
If you
Nobunaga's
absolutely have to know,
Ambition,
then you'll just have
which
to
is
try
a
yourself and
strategy
see.
game that
I
Koei
didn't say
produces as well.
anything.
But you were going
That
to
game
ask,
made
weren't
me
you? About the taste?
dive in the history of
Maybe.
Japan,
I'll
and
talk
just
to you
made me
later, Snake.
love it. I mean, I know that was a warring period, but I mean, one period led to another, and that's just something I like. Anyways, enough of that. Let's go ahead and finish eating Gabriel, and let's find the rest of these items.
Hey, this works.
Alright, let's go this way. So we can either... I think the tunnel's like right here to the right. I think I'm going to pass it up for a split second. Because I know it's like on one of these walls. I just don't know where it is. I think I passed it up. And there's actually a hole on the left side as well. Right here. This is where I'm thinking. So this actually leads to the camo. And I went and sped this footage up because it's a long crawl. I sped it up 4x. So that's 4 times speed. So we get a uniform that is snow, which honestly, I don't think you can really use it anywhere great, except for specific locations on a mountain, and then also at the final boss location again, which is giant field of white. This is the shotgun. So that shotgun's kind of useful. If again, and these guns would be a lot better if they didn't penalize you by taking out soldiers, but that shotgun's useful for knocking out some nasty shields off of the boss. And what I mean by shield is, it's not going to be like a, oh man, I'm a knight and here's my shield. It's more of, he covers his body with stuff, and to get actual damage, you have to blow that armor off. So you can do it with a shotgun, or you do it with a grenade. I don't even think I used a shotgun at all on that boss. I think I just used grenades. there is a tunnel here on the left, I believe. You keep going this way. This is the location where you'll fight the boss, and I think I'm just gonna go ahead and start the fight. Cause I already got the camo I need. And this location was beautiful in the old game. It's a lot beautiful in this as well. It's actually way more beautiful in this. It's just the atmosphere. Of course, this atmosphere gets ruined by these hornets. And Snake, knowing that hornets can't go in the water, goes under the water. But this right here, this fantastic fat bumblebee is the Pain. You can tell he really gets into character with that outfit.
I am the Pain. I will guide you.
This dude totally has watched Power Rangers one too many times with those freaking stance moves. All I hear is like Power Rangers things like. Okay, so the Pain, this first phase is really simple. He's going to throw his little scent that attracts his hornets to you. Dive out of the way. If you stay under the water, the hornets cannot attack you, obviously. But vice versa, you can't attack the Pain either. So you can use the camo that we found earlier in the game, the water camo that we found in that checkpoint. But the Pain has like an armor vest on, and that's not the armor I was talking about that you're gonna break. It's actually his hornets actually will cover his body, and so you either have to use a shotgun to blow him off or a grenade. And because of his armor, you can really only aim for his head, and it's a small target. So this is why sometimes it's a lot better to kill them with lethal means. But again, you don't get their camouflage. And in the Pain's case, his camouflage isn't all that great. But I mean, if you're a completionist, then you're gonna do that. I take that back. I do use the shotgun. So the shotgun cleared out his hornets, even though it was that far. And now we're gonna go ahead and attack him. Now the Pain can be a very, very short boss fight depending on how you approach it. Right there, we already whittled down half his HP, and so now he's going to go into phase 2, which involves him taking off his mask. He's going to start shooting his bullet bees, and these bullet bees give him indigestion apparently. But if they hit you, they do a fair amount of damage, but they also give you a bullet hornet condition where you get to pull the bullet bee. I'll say bullet bill, the bullet hornet out of your body, otherwise it's going to keep doing damage. So once again, just be very careful. If you need any breaks in between waves of hornets, then you're going to want to dive in the water. And when you dive in the water, again, you can hide underneath there for as long as you need to, as long as you don't drown. Now, so you see that it did quite a bit of damage, and my health has that red mark, which means I can't heal that portion unless I remove that bullet bee, and then I, heal up all my stuff. So it's disinfect, and bleeding is going to be the septic. So there we go. That's all healed. Now I can heal off that damage. And then if your stamina is low, you don't have any items to heal, you can always take out these fish and eat them. The Orawana is actually pretty good. Those gigantic fish. You can't take them alive, so you have to actually kill them, as Paramedic will tell us in one of these conversations that I have with her. But Pain can be a very easy boss fight or a semi-longer boss fight, because if you're trying to take him down lethally, if he has that armor, it takes a little bit, depending on how quick you are.
Tommy gun!
And of course, yeah, he brings out a Tommy gun. Which that is probably one of his two long range attacks. Him personally. His Hornet is bullet bees, and the way he walks around is very funny. Ah! Alright, so let's go ahead and take care of that with a grenade. That grenade will blow off his hornets and probably disorient some of them. And of course, it doesn't help if he rolls around. So 3 shotgun shells will be enough to wipe the hornets off him, and then just keep pumping them full of tranquilizer. One more should do it. There we go. and the pain's gone. And the members of the cobras don't just die. They go out with a big boom, you could say.
The pain.
Now, Metal Gear Solid V does a good job explaining how these members of the Cobras have these supernatural abilities, such as being able to summon hornets and control them. The End living for as long as he did. The Fury having his powers he has. The Fear as well. So they all have their little story that's kind of exposed in Metal Gear Solid V. I'll save that for another time if I ever get to that game. Maybe I won't. I'm still making Let's Plays by then, maybe. But his camouflage is actually back here, so just crawl up here, make your way here, and hopefully I make this in one go, because this is a pretty tricky thing. So run, jump, not jump, but roll off the edge. If you land perfectly, you'll be able to get that island, and then you'll get the Hornet Stripe. And the Hornet Stripe allows you to either not get stung by hornets or control them. I think all it does is just provides the protection of not getting stung. And that box that's floating there is actually life medicine.
Yeah, and there's still
4. There are good. The exit
Yeah,
from
there's
the
actually more than 3 snake. You got the boss. Well, technically there's 5, but one of them died before this mission even started.
I see you've caught yourself a Sunda whistling thrush. The Sunda whistling thrush is a bird native
I feel
to
like
Java
that's like a
and
tongue
Sumatra.
twister. Sunda whistling thrush.
It's
Sunda
distinguished by its
whistling
large
thrush.
blue body and
It
long
feels like
Got
a
it.
it feels like a
How does
freaking
it
tongue
taste?
twister.
yeah.
I don't know.
You don't know.
The guide doesn't say.
I guess there's only one to
But
find
it's
out.
nice and plain.
That's a good.
I mean, it tastes like chicken, right? It's a bird. All right. So what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna go ahead and eat it, and we're gonna go treasure hunting in this cavern,
Pretty tasty.
because this cavern has a lot of stuff to find. And it's gonna be a very long trek. Not very long, but majority of the remaining of the parts are gonna be backtracking to get the night vision goggles, which you can, I guess, ignore the last very bit of this video, but you know, if you continue to watch it, I'll be very gracious and all that good stuff. The night vision goggles will be very handy whenever you tackle this. If you ever decide to tackle this game in New Game Plus, because you'll have all your items. I think you have all your items. I want to say you have all your items. So having the night vision goggles when you come back here is actually very useful. Don't fall down here, otherwise you won't be able to get the night vision goggles, so make sure you climb up here. I was trying to decide if I was going to drop down or not. I forgot like where exactly the night vision goggles are, but you have to actually go through this hole, crawl through this little cavernous tunnel. You'll come out into this opening with a lot of animals and then items, and then you'll go through another set of tunnels, and then there you'll find the night vision goggles with a hole in the middle of the ground. And that hole actually leads to that lower region that we were just trying not to fall into. So there's nothing dangerous down there. It's just if you go down there, you have to go back around to get
Can't
back up to
complain.
get the night vision goggles. So a lot of work for something that's might seem a bit minute. You don't need the night vision goggles to finish the game, but they will make your future playthroughs of this game a lot more easier. Grab this before it falls down. Downsizing a bit, and lots of old CD cases are falling down. Anyways, I digress. So just go through here, crawl through here, and then you'll find your way to this opening with this light going through this hole, and just don't drop to that hole yet. Go around and you'll be greeted with your new fancy pair of night vision goggles. Now why these night vision goggles are down here, I have no idea. There's not a body. I just imagine maybe somebody dropped them in that hole in the ceiling. But now we got everything we needed. We can actually get out of here. So I'm going to jump cut to where I decide to drop down, because going down here is a little bit faster, and I want to show this part off. So make sure you're at full health and then go down in here, and you can go ahead and have your new night vision goggles equipped. That way you can see down here. Otherwise it's a bit of a pain. And yes, you can absolutely equip night vision goggles underneath the water. Everything gets a little bit more greener. and then just follow the path out. Just remember to keep button mashing A. Otherwise, well, you might start to drown. And this is why I recommend having as much stamina as possible, because your air gauge will get much, much, much longer versus if you don't have your stamina all the way up, because that's not bueno, you know. And so just swim to the other side. It's always better to dive under the water and then swim, because you'll actually go faster, and going faster, of course, is always better. And we're going to have to get used to swimming, because the next part is going to have quite a bit of swimming, and it's a little bit tricky to avoid the sentries in the next part, because you're going to be wading in the water. And as you can tell, wading underneath the water is a lot more harder than just swimming, because you're a lot slower. So we're actually very beginning of the cave system. So I was actually wrong about the next section having the water section. It's actually the first section has the water section. But that's what I get for forgetting and not watching these videos a little bit ahead of time. All right, so we come out to this river or waterfall area and just keep following as if we were going to go fight the pain. And I might have a few radio conversations here. And yeah, that's it. I mean, there's nothing more to do in this cavern system. So just keep following out. And if you want to have a few Kodak radio, no, I'm used to Kodak conversations. We just finished with Metal Gear Solid 1. But Metal Gear Solid 3 has radio conversations. If you call it Eva, she actually makes a mention about defeating the pain.
You not without a tough.
How did it feel?
What do you get?
I just want to know what it's like to have.
What you want to know is if
Well,
don't waste your time worrying.
I certainly.
So the exit.
Right. Go to the end of.
As Eva said there, she really just wanted to hear if what Snake thought about it, and if he thinks he can defeat the boss, which of course we will, because it's both plot important, and we have to actually take out the boss. Well, I guess thematically it's still part of the plot. But a little tidbit, I didn't know about this little hole underneath the this little rock formation in the boss arena. I guess it really doesn't matter in grand scheme of things, but hey, the little things you notice when you play through the game again, we're not trying to fight to the death with a giant, I don't know, bumblebee man. Which, I guess, honestly, if I stopped and thought about it a little bit, I guess the pain out of the four really does look the most unique-ish. I mean, I guess to each their own, but I think the pain looks the most unique-ish, because he's very...
Snake.
Very,
From Russia with Love.
I don't know what the word is. He just stands out more compared to the other four.
Real spies are nothing like James.
Now, this right here is actually a pretty funny save conversation, because as
And even though it's fiction,
as Paramedic saying
can't
here,
help but
the
compare
Major is a
myself
very
to
big
Bond.
fan of
What
James
exactly
Bond.
don't you like about James
And I
Bond?
can't blame the Major. James Bond is
Fantastic
actually
gadgets, the
a
cars,
a
the
good
guns.
movie excellent movie
Wouldn't you
franchise
like to have a gun
that I
shaped
actually
like a
liked
pen?
growing up.
What good is a
And
pen
it's-
gonna do me in the jungle?
It runs my
You're
family.
a
My
fool.
family just is
Tim, what about
giant
a
Bond,
snake-shaped gun?
giant
Make it
Bond
look like
fans.
you're grappling with a
Especially
giant snake and then
the
get a
the
shot
scenes
in
where
on the
James
enemy while
Bond
they're
is like
distracted.
just getting
Now
all of his
you'll
equipment and
We'll
everything.
make you a snake-shaped
Anyways.
gun that folds up and fits into an attaché case.
Will you give it a rest?
Oh, I get it. You're worried about how to handle the ladies, aren't you?
No.
Oh, that's going to be an
I
issue at the
do
end of
it.
the game, Snake. You
To
know
tell
it.
you the truth, I don't like the idea of playing hanky-panky with enemy
Hanky
femme fatales
panky.
either. But that's part of Bond's appeal. You could learn a thing or two from him. I mean,
And of
what
course,
about
this
you?
just like
What are
totally
you planning to do with
blows
her?
what Major's image is
I
in
don't even
Snake's
trust
mind.
her yet.
No, that's not what I mean. You can't let yourself get involved. This is a game of spy versus spy.
I
She's
thought Snake.
using you
Well, I
just
guess
as much
Snake
as
is
you're
a spy
using her.
technically.
I
But I thought he was
realize
like a
that.
You've got to grab the
secret,
initiative, and to do that,
covert,
you have
like
to get the
soldier
upper
of
hand in the
fortune.
relationship. That's what a spy is supposed to do.
Get the upper hand. I don't think I'm cut out for that mission.
Yeah, I'm just here to
Maybe
bang
if you
bang
change
shoot
your
shoot and
code
then sneak
to
around.
00 Snake.
Hey,
007 is the biggest thing to come out of England since the Mayflower. I wouldn't be surprised if they made 20 more.
Oh, you
of
have
those
no
movies.
idea, Major.
Didn't you know? The Major is a huge James Bond fan.
All right, folks, and that's it for this. If you like this part, please consider liking, subscribing, and commenting on the video. And I'll catch you wonderful folks on the next one. Later and bye.
Lecture for a whole hour after he gets off the radio.
You have my sympathy.
It's too bad you can't enjoy such a great movie, though.
I guess I'm just one of those people who can't enjoy spy flicks.